Alright, let's just look at how... Wow, 166 views. I think that's like up there for my more popular... doesn't show up for some reason. Like, it's better than... Wow, okay, I must have like a lot of likes and engagement then if that many people are seeing it. Let's take a look at the videos. Yeesh. Okay, well, maybe there's some valid criticism left. You know, I can make a response video where I talk about... Oh. Fuck. Hello everyone, I'm the Shadow of the Hawk, and... I stuck my foot in a hornet's nest, apparently. I was not expecting my video talking about Vox Machina's Grog subplot in Season 2 to... It didn't go viral, but it went viral for me. You know, my channel's small. 166 views is fucking a lot. 6 dislikes is also a lot for me. Like, just in regards to, I pissed off 6 people to the point where they took the time to dislike my video. I honestly see that as a total win. I see that as a win. Like, I got someone's emotions worked up to the point where they disliked my video. I would have liked to piss them off enough to leave a comment, but c'est la vie. So, I think I know why a lot of people are pissed with that video. It's because I'm tearing and ripping and destroying something people love. You know, people love the Legends of Vox Machina. People love Critical Role. People love Grog. Like, I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but from what I've seen, Grog is the second most beloved character in the Critical Role fandom, with Scanlan being the first, at least from the Vox Machina crew. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm just going off cultural osmosis in that regard. But, yeah, so I can understand why people would be pissed about me going, Grog's plotline sucks. And I'm not going to recant that opinion. I do think it is objectively bad, and it could have been done so much better. And I get that they're adapting a D&D game. D&D games aren't going to be Shakespearean-level writ. That was horribly phrased. They're not going to be... Why? Why are you doing this? They're not going to be as Shakespeareanly writ as, well, Shakespeare. They're not going to be amazing. I get that. I understand that. I run D&D. I understand how backstories are simple, just get something on a piece of paper and play. But when you're transferring that to a television show medium, you've got to make certain accommodations, especially if you're someone who, like, I kind of enjoyed the streams. I kind of enjoy these characters. It's not something I'm totally invested in. And yes, this show is predominantly meant for the fans, but it's also being bankrolled by Amazon. So it's not just a love letter to the fans, it's also an investment. It's something that actually needs to be a top-tier show, which I'm not saying it's not a top-tier show. It is good. It is better than some of the other fantasy lineups we've had. It's better than Rings of Power. It's better than The Witcher. Well, Season 1 of The Witcher is pretty good. It's better than Blood Origins. Way better than Blood Origins. It's better than fucking Velma. It is legitimately a good show. It's actually a really good show. The combat is fucking amazing. Even though I knew what happened to Vex was gonna happen, it was still kind of, like, painful to watch. And then also, because I don't know where the story goes after that, I kind of fell off the streams after that little bit. I am legitimately curious to see, is Vax gonna die and turn into, like, an undead avatar of the Raven Queen? Matron of Ravens, sorry, copyright shit. I do genuinely enjoy the interactions between the characters. I genuinely enjoy the camaraderie between the characters. They're not a bunch of fucking assholes trying to kill each other. They're not a bunch of ragtag misfits. These are people who have stood by each other for years, stand by each other, continue to stand by each other, despite all their past getting shoved in their faces. It is good. And I understand that a lot of the flaws in this show, like rushed characterization that I mentioned beforehand, is because they are condensing literal days of content into 12 to 15, 22-minute episodes, I believe. I don't know. If they've got 22 episodes to work with, then fuck, you probably could have spent 1 or 2 more episodes to flush out some of these plot lines. A little bit better. At least in my opinion, you could have. But so, more praising. I liked the Feywild. Okay, it's not the way I would portray the Feywild. I'm more of the kind of guy who prefers it to be just this massive, endless, dark forest with some, like, clearings and pastures where the different gods and demigods and, like, higher power beings do their stuff. That's just me. That's just my interpretation. It's still really, really good. Genuinely horrified me at points. If you know me, that is hard to do. That is... I got pissed at Invincible because I was promised it was a gory show, and I was just eating popcorn the whole time and laughing. Like, it was not... The dragon... Wait, hold on, I'm getting a lot of... Okay, sorry, I thought I was getting a lot of notifications for something important. It's just my college sending out, like, alerts like, hey, weather weird. What else is something really good? Again, like the art style, the CGI, the animation, it's all phenomenal. It is genuinely fun to watch. It gets you in the mood. Most of the stuff I criticize is just because I spent 2.5 semesters of college wanting to be a film student. So I took courses on how to and to not make films. So that transfers over to television shows. So I understand that my perspective is absolutely freakish in how far I look at things and the details that I'm looking at. I'm also a negative Nelly, if you know anything about me. Yeah. What else? Is there anything else I gotta bring up? No, okay. This is not an apology of saying Grog's plotline sucks, but I would argue this is an apology for not praising the show more. Because, you know, if you know my channel, you know my reviews, I can be a bit of a negative Nelly at times. And I think this was a good wake-up call, you know? I need to be a bit more positive. I need to, even with stuff I like, let me grab it. Even with stuff I like Kings of the Wild, I kind of ripped into it a little bit in my review of it. I kind of pointed out a lot of its flaws, even though I love it. Because it's a good book. I recommend it. If you enjoy fantasy and D&D, get Kings of the Wild. It is fun. But yeah, no, so, to those of you who disliked, to those of you who were screaming at me that, no, you just don't understand Grog, thank you. Because you have enlightened me to be a little bit more positive in my reviews. Going forward, I will be when I find content I want to review. Will I make a Blue Bloods? I might make a Blue Bloods episode this week. I don't know. I might. Will I? I don't know. Anyway, those of you who watch, if you 6 people who disliked me previously, if you watch this, you get to this point, thank you. If you're leaving another dislike, I just ask one request: leave a comment explaining your perspective. I like knowing. I like knowing what people think. Helps me grow as a person. Thank you all. Have a good day. See you next time.